everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are watching 2022 mystery comedy thriller film called Amsterdam. In the year 1918, Bert Berenstain is sent by his estranged wife's parents to fight World War I, and while stationed in France, Bert befriends an African American soldier named Harold Woodman, and after sustaining injuries during the battle, Bert and Harold are nursed back to health by Valerie Vandenberg, who is an eccentric nurse who makes art out of shrapnel removed from the soldiers, whom they befriend as well. After the war ends, the three live together in Amsterdam and become close friends with Bert until Bert returns to New York City to be with his wife. I'm so confused. You go back to your wife straight after the war ends? Why do you go with your buddy and the lady that you met during the nurse, that you met during the war, and live with them for do not know how many years in Amsterdam? So now, since Bert returned to New York City, Harold, who is supposed to be Bert's friend, has fallen in love with Valerie and begins a tenuous romantic relationship with her until they depart to New York City to fulfill his aspiration of becoming a lawyer. So now let's fast forward. While Bert attempts to contact the general, Harold and Valerie spend the day at home, where they notice the hitman Tarim Milfax. They follow him to a forced sterilization clinic owned by a mysterious organization known as the Committee of Five. The trio meets up with General Dillenbach, who has offered a large sum of money from a man on the behalf of an unnamed benefactor to deliver a speech advocating for veterans who forcibly removed President Franklin Roosevelt. He was forcibly removed? I thought that Franklin Roosevelt he had to step down because he served more than 2 terms during the war. As I remember that during the World War, Roosevelt was, I think, one of them who served 4 terms and then after I may have the person wrong, but I remember that President Roosevelt was one of them that served out 4 terms, and then after the war ended, they decided to cut down to 2 terms. But anyways, that Tom and the other leaders are arrested by the police, but they do not stay inside long and slander General Dillenbach in the press. Following the release, General Dillenbach testifies about the incident to Congress and returns home to live out his life. Harold and Valerie leave the country since they cannot be together in the United States. Bert wishes them farewell, planning to reopen his medical practice and pursue a relationship with Irma. I mean, by this point, you already have a relationship with the nurse. Why don't just leave with your friend and the nurse?
Hurry up! You only have 2 hours to do whatever it is you're gonna do.
All right, you have to do the autopsy, and immediately after, meet me at Minter's restaurant. I need to know what you find.
Why did she say 2 hours?
Because we're in the mortician, they're gonna put him in the ground. Minter's restaurant, after 5. You've got to get him out of here.